Okay, so this is my art piece. Just as a piece of scale, I'm about 6 feet tall myself. So this whole thing is about 6 feet tall. Let's see. So to kind of go over what it's going to do. So I have a gas feed point here, quarter turn cutoff, and I'll go over the fittings and all that kind of stuff here in a second. This is 99% where I want it to be. The only thing I need to do still is to drill a couple of half-inch holes into the base so that I can drill it. This whole thing is not super heavy. It's probably about 50 pounds. I'm able to lift it up myself, no problem. The fire portion, it'll make more sense in the nighttime with the fire, but I want to get a daytime shot right here. So the fire portion is going to start here, go down and around, up and over, down and around, up and over, down and around, back up over here, and end here. This secondary tubing you see here is a feed pipe. I will be gas leak checking all that. Nothing else in this whole system is pressurized in any way. These are all just dummy tubes. The balls here are only threaded, or not threaded, drilled in these areas here. Let's see. Okay, so the main idea is that when someone looks up from this angle, they will see this spiral here on fire. Okay, fittings. I'll start at the propane tank. I'm going to be using standard 20-pound gas propane tanks. This is a flare fitting to a flare fitting to a 20-foot hose. This is just a little curled up right now, but I can get 20 feet from the tank all the way to the fire point. Over here, I have a 3/8 female to 3/8 double-ended union flare to a flare, a 3/8 flare to a half-inch flare to a CSA rated quarter-turn shutoff to here to my Venturi. My Venturi and everything past here is all quote-unquote low pressure. I will be putting yellow tape on this. I just welded this, so it's still a little toasty, so that's why I didn't put any yellow tape on it yet. I probably will reassemble this at Soak anyway with tape, so it doesn't really matter too much now. And then none of this up here is actually perforated tube. All the tubing here is 1/16 inch drill holes. Some of them plugged up to balance the flame effect a little bit. But yeah. This has been sitting for the last half hour. I'm going to turn the power on. So this is kind of seeing how it's going to catch. So as you can see, there are areas here where it's slowly catching. There we go. And the center area is going to be the hardest to self-catch. So what I'm going to monitor with this is just how long it takes the gas to truly propagate through and catch all the way. It is slowly catching. And as the gas, and we get more of a better gas-oxygen mixture going through, so this element right here seems to be the most difficult to get to. But we are effectively fully lit now. So this is roughly what it's going to look like when fully lit. The flames are strongest here in the first few sections, which makes sense. They are lower and closer to the main distribution. Everything else is still lit. I can turn the flames up quite considerably in order to get more burn out of it. So this will maybe emphasize more how it's supposed to look. I may burn it this hot, but it doesn't have to be. The idea is that it is going to burn along this axis here. With the brightness this high, this is probably not how bright I'm going to run it normally. However, if I go maybe here this angle, you can see just how easily accessible the fire is. It is approximately 2 to 2.5 feet up off the ground at all times. Nothing pointing downwards. However, it is still obviously very easy to stick your hand in here. If that's going to be a problem, then I will have to just not light it. I'm hoping it won't be a problem though. Yeah. There we go. It's probably not the recommended way to do it, but hey, it works for now. So I think I'll probably need to make sure I bring a lighter with me. I am getting a fair amount of flame blow here. Yeah, about it. Okay, this is a speed of shutoff test. So here, you see the shutoff valve. What I'm going to do, the camera hopefully appropriately pointed, I'm going to shut off in 3, 2, 1. There is still some flame, not a huge amount. You can see it dancing up here on the upper portion. So if I turn the gas on again right now, I will eventually get a relight. It does take a little while for the last few dregs to burn out, but the pressure is almost instantaneous. 3, 2, 1, off. Now, I'm going to relight it, or let it relight, and I'm going to turn it off at the tank. So what I'm doing now is it's not fully lit up, it's just venting some gas into the atmosphere right now. That's not the end of the world. But I'm going to turn it off. You can probably hear the tank regulator. So here goes turning it off. So it is reasonably turn-offable from both the tank and the quarter turn cutoff.